Hey there, friends. How are all of you? Let's make sure that you can hear me. We are live. I'm super excited to be live with you today. I'm actually live on 4 platforms, live on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, hi, my home family, and on the Detox Intuitive on YouTube. And I'll just get right into it. Those of you who are new, I already introduced myself on TikTok, so I probably sound like a broken record. Those of you who are new, I am an intuitive life holistic wellness coach. I've been a vegan for 23 years. I am in my mid-40s and kind of a little bit of a medicine woman. I treat my food as magic. I infuse a lot of herbs that I grow myself into my food and my medicine and my tinctures. And today I wanted to talk to all of you about this beautiful lunar eclipse that we had today. And you might be saying, well, Andre, that happened this morning. Well, the lunar eclipse, the actual energy of the lunar eclipse lasts for up to 6 months. Yes, I am live for all of you who don't believe that I'm live. Let me just make a quick comment. Oh, well, phooey, I can't make a comment. So thank you for the hearts, for the thumbs up, and for the comments. Tell me where you're tuning in from in the comments below on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So this lunar eclipse that we're having, that we already had, is really cool. We also have a full moon in Taurus, and the sun is in Scorpio right now. So you may have felt an increase in stress or energy, and there's a reason for that. It's because if you think about where you were in the beginning of the year, right, and what was bothering you, something needs to go. Something needs to go. What was bothering you in the beginning of the year? Everyone type in the comments what was bothering you in the beginning of this year. And that's going to give you a lot of insight to what actually needs to go in your life. So whatever was bothering you in the beginning of the year, if it's still there, or maybe if you got rid of what you perceived to be the problem, but you're still in distress, that may not have been the problem, right? Maybe the problem, don't shoot the messenger, maybe the problem's you. I'm just saying, right? So we repeat these repetitive patterns, and then when we have huge astrological shifts, such as this lunar eclipse, this full moon, the sun is in Scorpio, that's like energy on top of energy on top of energy, right? Especially if you have powerful placements in Taurus and Scorpio. You know, I know for me, I have 3 massive placements in Scorpio, moon and rising being 2 of them. And then, of course, in Vedic, I have a Libra rising, thank God. But what happens is, if we don't fix or eliminate the problem, we'll have these massive energetic shifts, and then the problem's still there. So it's up to us to identify what the problem is. So I'm going to share a little bit about what I'm going through and what I did today to eliminate things that I know are holding stagnant energy. So I started the day off, actually I have a coloring book, and I'll just grab it right here. I started coloring in a coloring book. I actually took the dogs and the coloring book into my garden. I have a gorgeous garden. You guys all know that, who follow me on Facebook. Andrea Lee Cox on Facebook, by the way. I have a gorgeous garden, and I took a coloring book out there with the dogs this morning, and I know, baby, I know. And I began, you know, coloring in my coloring book, and just what that does is it wakes up something inside of me that opens me creatively. And then I came inside, I cleansed my colon, I got in the sauna, And you know, you may not have the luxury of having a sauna and knowing how to cleanse your colon and things like that. If you don't, I have a ton of videos on that on Andrea Cox TV on YouTube. But I did the things that make me feel good, and I still wasn't feeling quite myself. And so I grabbed my journal and I started taking notes, and I was like, okay, what is going on that I don't feel optimal right now? And what was going on was two things. A little too much eating lately and not enough body movement. So being a former fitness model, I'm used to doing cardio in the morning, weight training 3 times a week, you know, yoga, things like that. And I haven't been going to the gym and weight training. So that was a realization, oh, this is my problem, and I'm the only person that can balance my workload and my schedule and working with clients and get my ass to the gym. So that was something that was actually bothering me. It's a stagnant, you know, not enough body movement. Another thing that needed to go were these feathers. And I know this is probably going to seem really odd to you. So these feathers are all from the last house I lived in. There were a lot of quail around, and there was all the times birds were dying, and there were feathers everywhere. And I love feathers. I see them as a sign of symbolism. But that particular house had a lot of control attached to it, right? People, it was a house that I rented. I paid like 60 grand to rent it, and I lived there for almost 2 years, and they constantly needed to be coming in their house, constantly, like every week. They lived a street over. It was weird. So these feathers represent that controlling Hierophant Taurian energy that I need to release. And so releasing these tonight under the full moon will be a nice cleanse and energetic purge for me to further take my own energy back, right? And to just kind of claim my space and claim my own energy. So that was the second thing. Now, the way you want to treat this eclipse is, again, you want to think where you were in the beginning of the year and what was bothering you. What did you see needed to go? Are you in a codependent relationship where you're footing the bill for everything for someone and getting nothing back? Are you dealing with someone that is cheating and lying and you're just putting up with it and being the same doormat you've been for years? Are your finances out of order and everything's all over the board and you don't have that structure and organization in your business or with a bookkeeper and maybe you need to hire help? Are you not delegating enough? Please tell me in the comments, and thank you for all the likes, you guys. Tell me in the comments what reigns true for you. So when we, excuse me. What? You're crazy. Stop. Sorry. Sorry about that. So when we really dissect it, right? And we look at, okay, where were we in the beginning of the year and where are we now? How much have we improved? This eclipse is going to make it very difficult to move forward. We can't just put on a fake smiley face and kind of graduate to the next level if the things that were still bothering us in the beginning of the year are still present and at the forefront right now. So what I would suggest all of you do, even if you're not the type of person that journals, right? I would suggest that number one, you grab a journal. Hang on, you guys. Sorry about that. I would suggest that number one, you grab a journal. Number two, you start writing down and making lists like, okay, this is bothering me. I don't have love in my life, or I'm in a codependent relationship, or I don't have enough financial abundance coming in, or my house is always a mess, or I feel like this person in my life tries to control me too much. Start making that list and start eliminating the things that are keeping you and holding you stuck and stagnant in a pattern. Maybe it's your routine, right? I know with me it's my routine. Not enough gym time is my routine. Me not getting up early enough, even though I get up at like 6 or 7 a.m. to get everything I need to get done. I have so many clients that it's hard to fit everything in. So maybe it's delegating so I have more time to myself, but really make a conscious effort to do these things and to really make the change. Now is the time. We're 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 in the 5D, and some of us were actually, depending on if you're a Maldekian or a Blue Avian or Lumerian or Palladian starseed, some of us were born as a 5D creature, and we feel like we're kind of just borrowing these bodies and going through the motions here, right? But others of us, maybe no. Others of us really need help transcending. Another thing that is really powerful to do at this time is to start any type of cleanse, specifically a parasite cleanse, because what happens is, when we stay in these stuck and stagnant energies and we don't move our body enough, or we overeat, or we're not taking care of ourselves, or we live with animals which are full of parasites, but I love animals, so don't ever get rid of any animals. They're such a blessing. But when we don't keep our house clean enough and things like that, we are prone to parasite activity. We all have them in our gut. And that can lead to, us forming entity attachments with others. Parasites actually control who we're attracted to. So there's a need to not only cleanse our lives of what we no longer want, but also our bodies and our space. It's vitally important at this time. I know for me tonight, right when I'm done here, I'm going to do a reading on the Detox Intuitive. I'm going to go to the gym, hit the grocery store, and tonight I am going to clean my house. I like a really clean house, and I clean it once a week, but tonight I'm going to do a really deep cleansing of it, and that's what's important to me. Excuse me, you guys. Hang on. Hang on a sec. Okay. Okay. So, we want to make sure that we go through all of these motions that are so very important to raise our vibration, to increase our vitality, to make sure that we're taking the steps necessary. Like maybe you have an addictive nature, right? Maybe you spend all your time all day looking at women on the internet. Maybe your follow list on Instagram looks like something out of some movies that are X-rated or something, right? Maybe you need to really take a look at that and how that would look to a partner coming into your life. Like maybe they're like, ooh, right? So we want to look at these things and we want to examine these things and make sure that we're cleaning up, right? Lunar eclipses are all about cleaning up, about clearing out space so the new can begin. So cleaning up, clearing out, and moving things forward in a more positive way and a lighter way. Eclipses shine a light on what needs to be seen, right? Maybe you have, I know this is true. I know I had someone that had a major obsession with me online. And it got to the point where whenever I would post anything that, you know, was pretty or something, boom, the messages would come in, and there would be like 10 of them. And it was very unsettling for me as a woman, you know, just trying to work and like all these messages coming in constantly. And it really shined a light recently. It shined a light on, wow, like that person needs to go. Like it's my friend, but they're a little off, you know. Every time I post something that's attractive, I get, you know, 10 to 20 messages from the person. And obviously they have some kind of obsession, and I need to put a boundary there. You know, I know with something else was delegating for me, hiring a team. I now have a team that works for me of 5 people that works with me rather. I have an assistant, and I have someone that helps me with like SEO, which is something I don't understand at all. And I have someone that is helping me with Keep, which is my newsletter carrier, and they're helping me get it better organized so the emails don't show up as spam. And I have a calendar system, and I have things put in place to make my life easier, to where if I was doing it all by myself, I would have no time to myself. And I'm about to hire more people because it just gets to be too much. And I know as much as I love to clean my house, I can't always do it myself. So something that I treat myself with once a month is a house cleaning crew that comes in, and they, you know, scrub the floors and clean the baseboards and keep everything really nice. It really takes a load off me and allows me to do what I do best, which is work with clients, spend time with my dogs, and things of that nature. So here's what I want you guys to do. We can start here. Comment in the comment section, first of all, where you're tuning in from, but tell me the things that you're looking to eclipse out of your life. Because like I said, the eclipse already happened, but the energy will go on for 6 months. So what are the things that are happening right now that you are eclipsing out of your life? There's got to be at least one. So I'd love to see the comments. I'm going to take a quick look on all the platforms. I'm going to go to Facebook first and see what we have going on. Just tell me in the comments what you are eclipsing out of your life. Hello, how are you? Looks like I'm being shadow banned on Facebook. That's okay. So, you know, what you want to do is you want to make a list of things that you no longer really feel the need to engage in, whether it be too much time on social media, whether it be, you know, relationships that just don't fulfill you, whether it be shopping. You know, shopping can become an addiction that is just there to kind of cover up a much deeper wound that we have within us. I had a client yesterday on the phone, and he puts chocolate syrup in his coffee every morning, and he sent me a text message today, and he said, I'm feeling led to get off of coffee. And there's nothing wrong. Coffee never hurt anyone as long as it's organic. But the chocolate syrup he was intaking, and forgive me if you're watching this and see this, you know who you are, but I'm not saying your name. The chocolate syrup he was intaking was just not good. And so I sent him a list of ingredients. Even though he was an Akashic record reading client, I sent him a list of 4 ingredients that he could blend together and make his own chocolate syrup. And that's what we want to be doing. We want to be looking to upgrade everything. My God, we have a lot of people on TikTok. We want to be looking to upgrade every single thing we're doing, right? It's about not looking back. It's about not going back to those bad habits. So if you're eating too much in the evening, if you're not getting to the gym as much as you should, it's about stepping into that part of you that's like, you know what? I'm going to start my day off by going to the gym. I'm going to cut it off at 3 organic cookies every night after dinner. I'm going to start getting a colonic once a month. I'm going to start doing XYZ. It's about making balanced choices, or I'm going to eliminate that toxic codependent relationship. You see more relationships break up during eclipse season and Scorpio season than any other time of year, and usually they stick. I know in 2017 I went through a major breakup, and it was during an eclipse that it happened. It was like one day we were together, eclipse, next day we weren't, and then, you know, learning information from there, so about the relationship I was in. So, you know, take this eclipse seriously. Take the signs and signals you're getting very, very seriously. And yeah, maybe it's doing things differently, right? Maybe it's like right now, I'm live on TikTok, I'm live on Instagram, I'm live on YouTube, and I am live on Facebook, even though I know that one of these platforms I'm shadow banned on, because I'm doing things outside of the box. I'm trying to do things differently. Why? Because I want to eclipse out the things that I'm doing that are time wasters. So let me know if you guys have any questions at all. Okay, someone just messaged me and she said, eclipsing out bad habits. How do I eclipse out white flour and white sugar? Well, you just get rid of it. You just clean your cupboards and you say no more. You clean your fridge of anything that has those ingredients in there, and you just eliminate it totally. I'd rather you guys post in comments than message me. Someone else just posted, eliminating toxic relationships even with my daughter. Okay, well, you got to do what you got to do. You know, we come in this life with soul families and real families. And sometimes if our real family isn't supportive or don't understand us, we have to look for that support in other ways. So you do what you need to do, and that's okay. I love each and every one of you guys so much. I hope this was helpful to all of you. To those of you who are on here at the Detox Intuitive, I'm going to be going live right after this. And thank you on Facebook, thank you on TikTok, thank you on Instagram. I love each and every one of you. I'm changing my name on Instagram. That's a big thing for me today to do. So, goodness, my dog. Okay, happy eclipse, happy cleansing, happy elimination diet, happy parasite cleansing, happy house cleaning, happy relationship cleaning, happy workouts, happy stepping it up in the self-care game. Be well. Bye.